everyone. This is Maria, and this is my husband,
Joey.
Hi, Joey. Here we go. 1, 2, and 3. Ready?
Ready.
Okay. Hi, everyone. This is Maria, and this is my husband,
Joey.
Joey. And so today, Joey and I, we went to the movies, and we saw this movie that I wanted to see. And it's based on this book of short, scary stories called Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. Oh my gosh, you guys. I remember when our boys, Joey and Carl, remember when they had these books?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
In fact, I was talking to our older son yesterday. I think it was yesterday. And he's 42 years old, going to be 42. But anyways, he said, yeah, I think we had those books, Mom. And I go, yes, you did. And so they're sold by Scholastic. So I'm pretty sure they bought them in school. You know where you order the books in school? But anyways, they had the movie and I wanted to see it. So let's talk about it. You ready to dish about scary stories to tell in the dark?
Okay.
Okay, so let me ask Joey first. What did you think of the overall movie?
Well, I thought it was pretty good. I was, when you told me you wanted to go see this movie, I go, oh,
I know.
I go, okay, well, let's go see this movie. But, I actually liked it. I really did. It's kind of surprising that I liked, because I don't really care too much for these type of stories. But this one was pretty good.
Yeah, and you weren't even familiar with these stories at all, right?
Nah. No.
See, I'm Mom, and so I gave them the money. You gave me the money to give them the money to buy their books in school.
Yeah.
But I knew what they brought home. You were busy working.
Yeah.
And so did it scare you? What was the scare factor on there for you? What did you like best? Let me put it that way.
Well, I don't know. I don't think there was a real scare factor to me, but it was a very interesting story. I mean, I really liked the stories. It wasn't. I don't go for the real crazy, scary movies and stuff like that.
You mean like slasher movies and stuff like
Oh,
that?
yeah, like
I'm not into
slashers,
slasher either.
Yeah, chop, chop.
We
chop,
didn't
chop.
grow up with that. We didn't
Yeah.
grow up with that. We grew up in the era, with Bela Lugosi, Boris Karloff, with Dracula,
Yeah.
The Mummy, Frankenstein. Those were
Yeah.
fun movies, right? Even
yeah.
The Blob. Remember The Blob?
And the Body Snatchers.
The Body Snatchers, Invaders from Mars. So what else did you think about the film?
No, I liked it. It just left me with one question, and it's something that maybe if they come out with a sequel,
That would
maybe
be
it'll
fun.
get answered in it. But it was an underlying question that just didn't seem to get answered for me, as to why
Why what?
they did that to a family member. So
Family member, who are you talking about? They
Well,
don't know. Maybe some people haven't seen it yet.
maybe they want to see it before they.
I know we don't want to tell you everything. We don't want to
Yeah.
give it away, but
Yeah.
it was a family member of this family. There's like this mansion, and it's totally abandoned now. And so, but there's this history that the family had, right?
Yep.
History in this town.
Yeah.
And so, so there's some unanswered questions.
Yeah.
So it's
Well,
kind of
really
hard to
one
talk
on
about
it.
the plot
Yeah.
without giving it away.
Yeah, we don't want to do that.
But she's been dead for what, over 100 years or something?
Yeah, probably pretty
And
good.
so the beginning of the film, I will tell you, it sort of reminded me of the movie It, because I love the movie It. I'm talking about the series, the mini-series that came out in the 90s. Oh my gosh, I love that because the setting was back in, was it the 70s or something, or the 50s or 60s?
Was it
Something like that?
Yeah.
The first one with,
Oh, it should have been in the 60s, I think.
was it 60s?
Yeah.
I'm looking at the cat. Look at the black cat.
Yeah.
And so, but anyways, yeah, I love It. So basically, in it was the kids, the friends
Yeah.
in the city or the town of Derry, right?
Yeah.
And so there was something happening in the town where the children were disappearing.
Yeah.
And so they were trying to figure it out, right?
Yeah.
And so in this movie, we also have some teenagers, and it's Halloween, and they're out there. Of course, you have the bullies, just like in It, they had the bullies. Those
Yeah.
were the meanest bullies, I think, on It. And so, but anyways, it sort of starts off like that, and then things start to happen, and they end up in a haunted house, and where this woman had been put in like a basement or a cellar or something, where she was locked up, and she died, and she wrote stories, which were these stories, kind of like these stories right here. And so then things started happening to the different teenagers. First, one of the bullies. And so at first I'm thinking that maybe all of the bullies, there's like 3 of them, that things are going to happen to all of them. but it didn't. It was just the first bully, and then things started to happen to the main characters in the movie, in the film, right?
Well, really, it only happened to the people that went into the house.
Yes, that's right. Oh, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. The people that went into the house. So I didn't figure that out till right now when Joey told me. But anyways, yeah, so there was like a lot of stuff. Like, I think they took like 5 of these stories, right?
Yeah.
And so things were happening to these kids based on these stories. You can only imagine these stories coming to life on the screen, on the big screen. And let me tell you, they are really scary. I thought they were scary. They made me jump. Did they make you jump at any point?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm telling you guys, I mean, at one part I was just like, I mean, I really jumped. And so I did that at least twice. And then there was this girl that came down the theater, and she was, you know, going to leave the theater. I don't know, she was going to get popcorn or whatever. But she startled me. When I saw her, I was like, you know. And then when she came back, she walked in front of us, and I wasn't thinking about it, you know, when she was going to return. And when she came back this way, I jumped again, you know. So, yeah, so it kept me on the edge of my seat. I texted a couple of friends while the movie was on and said, this is scary. It really was scary.
Yeah.
Were you scared?
No.
Joey was scared. But it all ties up in the end, and they do leave room for a sequel. And so when I saw that part, I thought, yes, because I would love to see a sequel. I would go to see it.
Yeah.
In fact, you guys, I'm thinking that we should go back. I was telling Joey, we should go back and watch it a second time, and this time look for certain things that we were questioning. Well, that Joey was questioning.
Yeah.
When I see a film, I sort of just take it at face value. You know, I just really enjoyed it. I got scared. It made me jump. I love the characters. I liked all of the characters. And so, but Joey had a question at the very end. He said to me when we were in the car, so what was the plot? You know, why was this lady, why did her family put her in this, was it a basement or cellar, or what would you call it?
No, it's like a secret room.
Like a secret room. Okay. And they locked her in there, and that was so sad. But there was something with the family, but that was really never
Answered.
I think they said it in something small. What was it? They said that they owned, what did they own in the town? Like a mill?
Paper mill.
A paper mill. And something was happening to the people in the town, right?
Yeah.
But they really never explored that anymore. They went right into each of the scary stories, and they were one after another, right?
Oh,
So the movie, I mean, there's never a dull moment. It just goes, you guys. All the scary stuff, you know?
Yeah.
You barely have a chance to take a breath, and then all of a sudden we're into the next story. And so, also I wanted to say they do have, it takes place in 1968. And so that pulled me in right away because I love films like that, just like It, you know, and some of the other films that we've seen with kids and scary movies with kids. We just love that era, right? Because we can relate. I was telling Joey, as soon as it said 1968, I go, oh, I was in 5th grade.
Yep.
And you were in 6th grade.
Yep.
And so we could totally relate to that time period. And so I started seeing things in the background. I go, this is going to be fun. I'm going to look at background. There really wasn't time to look at background. And so because everything was just moving so fast and was so scary. I don't want to say spooky, scary, freaky and scary.
Oh, yeah.
Creepy, freaky and scary, you know. Oh, I know, the political background. Remember Nixon and stuff like that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And was it a presidential election going on?
Yep, president election.
And that brought back a lot of memories
Yeah.
because I remember President Nixon, and I'm sure you do too.
Yeah.
And I think that was about the time in my life as a kid that I really started paying attention to the Vietnam era, to Nixon.
Yeah.
And I really started paying attention. I was just that age,
Yeah.
you know? And so my sisters had boyfriends that were in the military. You saw soldiers all over town. Back then, they'd wear their uniforms, their full uniforms, walking through town, you know. They'd come hang out at our house because I had teenage sisters. And so my dad didn't really like that. And so, but yeah, so I really liked that era. I even wrote President Nixon a letter one time when I was, I think, the summer before my freshman year. actually, it was before 8th grade was over, and I told Nixon, stop the war. I never heard back from him. I would go out to the mailbox every day.
He didn't answer you?
No, that whole summer.
Oh my goodness.
That whole summer, 1971, I would go to the mailbox every single day.
You mean Ricky never answered you?
He never answered.
Oh,
And
wow.
also, I think I really liked Richard Nixon. I was a kid, you know, so I wasn't seeing a lot of things the way adults were seeing things back then because I was a kid.
Yeah.
But Nixon had an office, his business office, in the town where I lived at that time in La Habra.
Yeah.
And then his home was in Oceanside. And then my dad and his family, and they had experience with the Nixons when they were picking oranges and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so with Nixon's mother.
Yeah.
She didn't like them whistling and sounding happy.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, I know we're going off track. It's summer, you guys. It feels really nice out here. We're
Yeah.
on the back patio.
Yeah.
We just wanted to talk about the film. So overall, I would recommend this film. I would recommend you going to watch it.
Oh,
Would
yeah.
you?
Yeah. I think it's a good one.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah, I would love to see it again. Do you want to go with me to see it again?
No.
I have to go by myself, you guys.
Oh, bummer.
But at least I know where the jump scares are, right? I
Oh,
would
yeah.
call some of those jump scares, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, the scarecrow is so scary.
Uh-huh.
Super scary. Which one was your scariest one?
Well, the one that ripped the cop's head off.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Did he rip his head off?
Yeah.
I remember the creature's head falling out of the fireplace.
Yeah, but always you hear it, they don't show it. They just kinda,
okay. There was a dog there too. I wanted
But
to
the
know.
dog was smart. He
Was the
ran
dog
away.
okay?
Oh yeah, the dog ran.
Okay,
He was
that's
smart.
what I care about. The dog.
The cop was just sitting there going, and the dog goes, "I'm out of here."
Well, that cop should have listened to the two characters that were trying to tell him, right? And he put him in jail. He put him in cells.
Yep. Or listen to the dog. Follow me, dude.
Yeah, he was watching the dog. I'll just tell you that part where the dog is like, you know, staring at the fireplace, you know, where the logs usually are. He was just standing there staring, and there was this like creaking sound, right?
Yep.
And you're wondering, what is that? What is that? Because I haven't read all of these stories yet, you guys, but I knew something was coming, right? And then the head fell through. I was
Yep.
like, ah!
And we'll leave it at that.
There were other parts too.
Yep.
And so other parts to that created a creature. And so, but yeah, I totally recommend it. If I had to give 1 to 5 stars, or let's go with Joey first. Joey, 1 to 5, 5 being the best, what would you say? Be honest, be completely honest. You guys are friends.
No, I liked it. I would probably give it a 5. Yeah, I'd say 5. It was a good one.
I'm really surprised. Joey rarely gives 5s or really
Yeah.
high reviews. The other one you really liked was Coco, which was a totally different film.
Yeah.
But you were surprised, right, that you
Oh,
liked
yeah.
it so much?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would definitely give it a 5. Go watch it, you guys. And if you do watch it, in the comments below, let me know what you think about the film. Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. I think it's great for Halloween. I think it's great even to watch more than once.
Yeah.
And I think it's a great a movie to have in your collection if you have DVDs.
Yeah.
You know, lately I've been on Amazon Prime and I'm loving it, you guys. I love it. But there's nothing like having a hard copy, a DVD to have in your library, right?
Yep. That's it.
Okay,
Okey
is that
doke.
all?
That's it.
We're going to have an ice cream, you guys. Do you want an ice cream, honey?
That's what I'm waiting for.
Okay, hope you're having a great day today and a great summer. And it's Halloween, you guys, the end of August. So hard to believe that fall is just around the corner.
I know. Coming into Halloween and the fall season.
I know. Oh my gosh, we've decided on a Halloween prop. We already got the animated Halloween tree.
Yeah.
And we got the spooky animated pumpkins, right?
Yep.
And I've got a lot of little fun Halloween tchotchkes. That's what Joey calls them.
Tchotchkes.
And so that's fun. But we've decided on a large animated prop. But that's going to be a surprise and for another video. Okay,
Yep.
thanks for watching, everyone. We'll talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.